Hey everybody, it's Outland. How's it going? And I can finally say it now. I can finally say with full confidence that my pack is ultralight. I can't believe it. I've been talking about it for years, trying to get my weight down, and I've got to what I would consider lightweight status before, but I've never been in the ultralight realm. I've never been under 8 pounds, I don't think, ever. And I have this pack now at 7.5 pounds base weight with all the gear that I'm going to be taking on an upcoming trip here tomorrow. Now, there were a couple reasons for this. One was just to kind of see if I could really do it, and the other was kind of out of necessity, because if you watched my trip to Virginia trying to do the Virginia Triple Crown, you'll notice that I hurt myself kind of fairly badly on that trip. I hurt both my knees, and both of them are still kind of acting up. They're kind of in pain. So I decided to, instead of going to the Linville Gorge on my 4-day weekend here, I'm going back to the Red River Gorge, and I'm going to try to do just a lot less miles. It's going to be a little bit easier hiking with a lot less weight, and that's just because I need to go easy on my knees and not hurt myself anymore. So what I thought I'd do is go through this pack and show you guys how I got the pack weight down, what I've got in here, what I'm carrying, what I'm not carrying more specifically, and yeah, let's just go through it. Let's just take a look and see what we've got. How did we get the pack weight down? Let's look at it. But before I get into this video, please do me a favor, please, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button down there. Subscribe to the channel, because I have lots of outdoor content, lots of great stuff for you, gear reviews, trip videos, all kinds of fun stuff. Make sure you hit like or dislike if you don't like it. Just let me know what you think of the video, and please be sure to comment. I will answer all the comments as best as I possibly can, for sure. All right, so the pack has not changed. This is the pack that I've been using for every trip for years now, for a couple years. Superior Wilderness Designs, Superior Frameless 40. Love this pack. Super comfortable, super light. It just feels good on my back. I hate to replace it with anything else. I love this pack. So that's what I'm going with again for this one. So let's just start with the outside. Let me show you what I've got going on the outside, and then we'll just kind of work our way inward. There's really not a whole lot of gear going on this trip. I'm going super minimal for this one. So on this outer mesh pocket out here is where I have most of the gear that I used to put all inside the pack, and I don't know why I did that. All the stuff can get wet except for 1 or 2 items, so there's no reason for them to really not be on the outside of the pack. So the first item that may have to go inside the pack is my warmth layer. And this is my trusty Melanzana green. You guys have seen this in my videos before. It's such a great warmth mid layer. I love taking it. And even though I probably won't need it for this one, I want to have it just in case temps are going to get down, and they could hit the upper 50s for lows. So I don't want to be caught out in the cold. I'm just going to have a tech tee and shorts on. So I want to have at least this layer to put on just in case. I'm not taking a rain layer for this one. There is a chance of rain the first day, and I'm not taking a rain layer. So hopefully I'm not going to regret that. We'll find out pretty quickly. Okay, so the next item on the outside of the pack here is my trusty poop kit. I think a lot of you have seen this before. This is the Light AF Dyneema pouch in blue, and in here I have my Deuce of Spades trowel, I have some sanitizing wipes, I have some sanitizing spray, and that's really about it. I also do have my Benchmade knife in here. Just stuck it in here because it probably could go in my cook kit, but I keep it in here so I know where it is. Next item is my little tiny med kit, also from Light AF, this little tiny medical pouch. I don't have to take that much stuff with me because I wouldn't know what to do with it anyway, so my med kit is very minimal. But in here I do have Band-Aids, wipes, some creams, I have Leukotape in here, and I have a tick key in here, and lots and lots of ibuprofen and Tylenol in case my knees start acting up or any other part of my body. I did not scale back on the pills for this one. I have a lot of ibuprofen in here. So the next part is all related to my hammock and the tarp system. This is my hammock gear, Sappy Sack in Dyneema with the Dutchware straps inside for the hammock. This is all for my hammock suspension. Pretty lightweight, works great. I may eventually go to whoopee slings. That would be a lot lighter, but as of right now, I'm still using the straps. Another piece of light AF gear. This is my steak bag in Dyneema with my MSR mini groundhog steaks for staking out the tarp. This is my Dutchware continuous ridgeline, CRL. This will be for hanging up my tarp. And the last item on the outside here on this mesh pocket is, of course, my tarp. This is the Warbonnet Tarp that I've been using for a while now. Still love this tarp. It's not the lightest in the world. It's not Dyneema, but hey, it's got doors and it works great. It's kept me protected from wind and rain and snow. It's a great tarp and I love it. So it works well for me. Maybe I'll get a lighter one day if I feel like spending $300, but right now, no. So I keep it in the Hammock Gear mesh snakeskin, the single snakeskin. Love that. This system is, I've really got my tarp system dialed in. It works fantastically for me. It's great. Okay, other items on the outside. I have a smaller pocket here on the one side, and that is my water filtration system. I found this little mesh bag. I don't really know where it came from or where I got it. It's probably Walmart or something, but it's perfect for storing my water system. And this way I don't, I won't get my bag separated, my Canuck bag separated from my Sawyer squeeze or anything like that. So I keep everything in this little mesh bag now. It's got nice big holes in it for drainage. Works great. As far as water bottles go, of course, the Smart Water, the 1 liter, and then the smaller. What size is this one? I always forget what size this is. 700 mil. So 1 liter, 700 mil bottles. That's my water bottle storage system right there. The only other thing I have on the outside, I have this long pocket on the side. You guys have seen this before. You'll notice that normally I put a chair in here, and there's not a chair in here. All there is this Thermarest Z seat. This is my sit pad. It might be my foot pad in the hammock this weekend. Don't know yet, but this is all I got. Not taking the heavy chair. It's not even a heavy chair. It's only a pound, but that weight really adds up. And like I said, I wanted to see what I could cut down on and just not take, but still have some kind of comfort. So the Z seat is what's going with me. The only other thing I have in this zip pocket here, I have my Vaunt Spark headlamp here for lighting. This is the only light I have. Just tired of using my Princeton Tech light. Thought I'd bring something different along. This Vaunt works pretty well. It's nice and bright. It's got different modes. It's got red flashing. It's got the red, the night light. So it works well, and just thought I'd bring it along for something different. If I can get it to turn off. There we go. And that's really all. That's it for the outside of the pack. I do have the Peak Design camera clip. I'll be taking my M50 with me again. I don't count that weight in my base weight because most people don't carry as much camera equipment as us YouTubers, so I don't count that in the base weight of the pack, but that's going to be an additional couple pounds. And then my trusty whistle for safety. That's it. That's all that's on the outside of the pack. So let's dive in to the inside. Okay, inside of the pack, there really is not a whole lot. It is very, very minimal inside this pack. First item, my trusty Hilltop Packs Dyneema Outland branded food bag. I love this food bag. This thing is fantastic. It's awesome. It works so well. Keeps everything secure and safe. And probably the heaviest part of my pack is going to be the food and water for this one. So that's kind of funny. Inside this is just normal food stuff. I'm not going to go through all the food for this one, but as far as gear, I have this GSI cup for coffee. I have my Toaks titanium 700 milliliter pot for boiling water. Inside here I have the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 and a lighter and an MSR pack towel, and that is my complete cook kit right there. Oh, and I do have the GSI pour over coffee maker. I'm doing pour over this time. And then the GSI titanium spork. I love this thing, works great. It's a little short, but I like it. I like that green color, whatever. And I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I was going to try something new as far as food goes for this one, but I can't get away from Good to Go. So I went back to Good to Go and got some more. Got these off Amazon this time. I got the chicken gumbo and the Cuban rice bowl. Haven't had either one of these, so I'm going to try these two and see what I think. I know the spice level's lower on these, especially this one. I may be sad about that because I love my Thai curry. I love my spicy pad Thai, but we'll see how it goes. I do have ramen noodles in here with spicy packets of hot sauce if I need my spice fix. So that's the food bag. Oh, and I do have a Hilltop Packs electronics bag. It's a double-sided one for green for good, red for bad. I'll use that for my batteries and cables and things. It's a great little, weighs nothing. And probably one of the biggest pieces of my kit is my hammock. You guys have seen this a million times if you've been watching me. Dream Hammock Raven in the Light AF Dyneema double-ended stuff sack. There it is. Even got the hardware and everything on it. It's good to go. All I have to do is throw my straps up on the trees, hook up to these guys, and I'm good to go. And I have my summer bug net on there, so that made it nice and light, and it'll give me lots of ventilation to stay cool at night. It's only supposed to get down into the upper 50s, like to mid 60s at night, so it's not going to be that cold. I don't need a lot of insulation for this one. So as far as a quilt goes, the only thing I brought for a quilt, now hopefully I won't regret this, but this is where I have a lot of weight savings. My Costco down quilt. That is my quilt system for this weekend. These things are good to about 50 degrees. I have taken them down pretty far. They work well. It's a comfortable quilt. It works great. Really the only other reason is I don't have a good high quality mid-level quilt. I don't have like a 30 degree or a 40 degree hammock gear or UGQ. This is all I have. The only one I have next is the 20 degree hammock gear Econ, and I'm not taking a 20 degree quilt. There's no way. I will be burning up and miserable. So the Costco quilt it is, and hopefully I won't regret that, but I don't think I will. That's another reason why I brought the Melly. In case I need to get an extra layer of warmth, I'll throw that Melly on and I'll be good to go. I think I'll be perfectly fine, to be honest with you. And that is it, guys. That is the entire contents of this pack. Now I could only really do this in summer, warmer temps. I wouldn't attempt to do this in the shoulder seasons, definitely not winter, but this is as lightest I've ever gotten it. And it's a good warm weather loadout for sure. I'll put a link to my Packfire list of all these contents that I have out there, and you can take a look at the weights and the specs and everything of all this gear, and see if this gives you any ideas on how to cut your pack weight down. All right, everybody, take care, and I'll talk to you real soon.